What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel, where today we're going to go into the second athlete spotlight for the Mammoth Strength Challenge V Pro-Am, Trey Mitchell. Ciao, homie! Welcome to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring attention to the world of strongman and show you how you can mimic those activities using everyday objects all around your own property. If you haven't done so yet, consider subscribing and remember to hit that bell button for all notifications so you'll know whenever I provide all the valuable content every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So without further ado, on to today's topic. So, all of you strongman fans know Trey Mitchell, most recently from the Shaw Classic, where he had such an outstanding deadlift performance, from World's Strongest Man, where he did extremely well also. And now we're going to talk about his next contest happening in Kentucky on January 23rd, the Mammoth Strength Challenge V Pro-Am. I encourage you to come over to the Facebook page here for the Strength Challenge and check out all the postings. David Waters, one of the promoters, has posted all of the athletes, and as of September 7th, there was 135 athletes in various classes, men, women, pros, amateurs, and this list has grown substantially since this particular posting as well. So here you see all of the different competitors. How do you watch it? So just a reminder, go on over to YouTube, Garage Gym Life Media, subscribe to their channel today, and that will give you access to see a free live stream January 23rd of the Mammoth Strength Challenge V Pro-Am. Yes, free. Yes, live stream. Come over here, subscribe. You'll see a video here where John Greaves III, who's taking care of the media for the event, interviews David Waters, one of the promoters, and then in that particular video, in the description below it, you'll see a link to the live stream once you've subscribed, which is down here. You show more, and here's your live stream link. So, search YouTube, look at what they've done in past years. Live stream has been awesome. The events are incredible. Do it today. Do it now. So, talking about Trey Mitchell, what kind of prep has he been doing for the Mammoth Strength Challenge? Well, what are the events again? Let's go have a look at my trusty spreadsheet. So here I've been tracking the best weights that everybody has achieved in their particular prep for this challenge. So again, we have an overhead medley with a log max, axle max, Mauser block max, and Viking press for reps in the remainder of the 60 seconds. The deadlift medley, which is also 60 seconds, a traditional 9-inch deadlift, 800 pounds for one rep, an 18-inch axle deadlift, 900 pounds for a rep, and then a car deadlift for as many reps as possible in the remainder of the 60 seconds. We then go into 375-pound farmers per hand into an 800-pound frame. That's 50 feet out, 50 feet back, 60-second time limit. And then we go into a carry medley of all various types of stones. So we have a 350-pound natural stone, a 335-pound Atlas stone, a 350-pound Mauser block. Again, that steel rectangular casing that can be loaded up with weights and adjusted, and a 400-pound Husafell stone. And then, of course, ending things off with an arm-over-arm truck pull. Those are the events. So what's Trey been up to? Let's go check out his Instagram and see what he's been up to. So Trey Mitchell, or otherwise known as Charles Mitchell III, goes by Berserkerlifter on Instagram, if you didn't know. And he's the other of the two competitors that I saw doing an equivalent of a Mauser block lift, which made me ask, like, hey, I asked actually Gabriel Pena, who's also competing, what's going on with these new blocks? Are you guys kind of innovating a new lift, or is this common with strongmen? And he said, no, we're prepping for the Mammoth Strength Challenge V. You should check it out. And that's what got me interested and got me creating all these videos to try to promote the contest once I saw how awesome it is, how well organized, and how great the events look, and what a great job they're trying to do to bring more attention to strongman like I am, and to all of the great pro and novice athletes that are competing and working so hard to meet their challenges in this particular arena. So, Trey Mitchell, Berserkerlifter, is doing 260-pound blocks, clean and press. Is he doing more than one rep? Let's see. that didn't seem that hard for him. So, yeah, it looks like he is doing multiple reps, lifting off a tire, which is not that different from lifting an actual Mauser block, which has rubber feet underneath it. His is a little bit higher, but I'm not going to count that for anything. I think he's fine there. So what else has he been doing? Let's navigate through deadlifting, one of Trey's particular specialties. So here he's at 675 for 3 reps, but that's light for him. As you go through his Instagram, you'll find instances of him lifting a lot more than that. Here he's doing an 830-pound axle lift off of blocks, trying to mimic that 18-inch height. And then as you go through here, more block lifting here, the 260-pound block again. And here, Trey, one of only 2 of the 8 competitors that I could find doing arm-over-arm pull prep. So here he's pulling a 490-pound frame uphill up his driveway, skidding on the driveway, like no wheels, no skis, no nothing to make it easier. Like, he's actually dragging this up an asphalt, I would assume, or concrete driveway, which seems really, really, really hard. So I need to come up with some kind of formula to equate how that would equate to pulling an 18,000-pound truck, which they'll have to do in competition, but the truck has wheels that turn. So I have to find a formula to equate dragging a sled like this that's not, or dragging a frame that has so much resistance compared to a truck on dirt with wheels. So if any of you have a good equation for that, put it in the comments below. I'd like to know. But so far, Trey is training all kinds of stuff that's really applicable to Mammoth Strength Pro. As we go through here, he's doing overhead pressing. Here he's doing circus, which is not happening at this contest. Here's some more overhead press, 390-pound rack presses for 3 reps. And so as you go through it, here he's doing some log. So this is a 365-pound log for 5. So he'll only have to do one rep at the contest. So taking all of this evidence into consideration and, you know, how smoothly he seems to be doing these exercises, like, that seems like no problem for him. And of course it isn't, because he's doing 5 reps with it. It's not a 1 rep max. Let's go back to the spreadsheet and see what I think will happen with Trey Mitchell at the Mammoth Strength Challenge. So I've kind of redacted everybody else that I haven't done spotlights on yet so that we can make it a surprise and unravel them as we go through these spotlights one by one. I've left Gabriel Pena visible because I've done that spotlight already, so now you can start to see the picture start to become clear. So in the overhead medley, this yes-no thing that I'm doing, again, is, are the athletes doing prep with individual events, or are they actually practicing a medley where they're running from one to another? And some of them are, like Bobby Thompson is. So that's what that no means. So I have to give like more credit to people that are actually mimicking a medley than those who are mimicking individual event by event. So what I've done here is I've listed the best lifts that I can find on Instagram for all of these competitors, and for Trey, his best log I found was 405 pounds for a 1 rep max. 350 is what's required at the contest, so no problem there. These little numbers that you'll see with the black background and the white font is because these are medleys. I'm trying to take evidence of how well I think each of these guys are prepping in each piece of the medley and kind of average it out, which would be the green over here. So that's kind of my point system, and then you'll see how that comes out to the placing. So I think Trey will be 3rd best out of 8 in log press based on the evidence I've seen of all of the guys. I think he'll be 5th best in axle press, which his best was 315 for 5 reps is what I could see, what I could find on Instagram. Mauser block, he was doing 3 reps with 260, and 260 is lower than the 300-pound Mauser block that will be at the contest. I think 3 reps is probably close enough that he'll be able to do it, but I think he's 5th best there. Viking, I haven't seen him do any Viking, so I had him 5th best in these other 2 overhead disciplines, so I gave him the same on Viking, and that averages out to 4.5 points. So you'll see how those points translate to placings in a minute when I show you the overall placing, but what I had to do was kind of do a decimal so that I didn't have ties. Now moving on to the deadlift medley. Trey did 805 pounds for 3 reps on a traditional 9-inch high deadlift. That's heavy enough, plenty heavy enough to be able to do what the contest requires. I think he's 4th best in the deadlift. In my previous video, I said Gabe would be the best in that particular traditional deadlift, the number 1. So Trey at 830 pounds for 3 reps on the 18-inch axle. I think he's 5th best out of 8. And again, extrapolating from the data I do have, he'll be 4th best on deadlifting the car, so that averages out to 4.3. 4.3, like placing. I know it's not, it won't be exact, but that's it. So what you can tell by that is lower numbers are better in this green. So Gabriel, I think, his 2 is better than 4.3. He'll do better in the deadlift. He would place better than Trey would in that particular medley. Moving on. I have no data for farmers for Trey, so I put him last because both in the Shaw Classic and in World's Strongest Man, Trey struggles a lot with farmers, and I think it's because they bang into his legs. He has large legs. I think they bang into his legs. Maybe it's a grip thing, but just recent evidence has not proven that Trey is doing well with farmers, and I haven't seen anything on Instagram with him practicing it, so I got to make him last in that event. Carry medley, no evidence. I haven't seen him carry any stones. Based on Trey's reputation with Atlas stones, which is a very, very, very good one, I made him 3rd in all of these. So overall 3rd for the carry medley. And truck pull, like I said, he's one of only 2 guys who I see doing arm over arm pulls recently, so I made him 2nd. The other guy, who you'll see in a future video, is 1st. So how does all that mathematics equate to Trey's placing in each event and overall? Well, we'll go over to my main predictions page, and I have Trey coming in 6th in the overhead medley out of 8. 6 points, my bad, which is 5th place. 6 points in the deadlift, which is 5th place. 3 points in the farmers, which would be 8th place. There are only 8 competitors, so there is no 2 or 1 point system. There would be a 0 if you can't complete it, but other than that, 3 points last place. I think on the carry medley he gets 8 points, which is 3rd place. Very good there. And the arm over arm truck pull, I have him with 9 points, 2nd place, to give Trey Mitchell overall 32 points and 6th place at the Mammoth Strength Challenge V Pro-Am, coming on January 23rd into your home through the live stream Garage Gym Life Media YouTube channel. Subscribe today. Thank you for joining me again on my 2nd athlete spotlight for the Mammoth Strength Challenge Pro 5. And please join me again as I go through each different athlete and their prep. Until next time, as always, ciao, homie. So if you like this video and want to learn more about any of the products I described during this video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.